On the news tonight, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori commends youths and stakeholders across the state for their conduct in the ongoing nationwide protest. Nigeria Interreligious Council calls on federal government to expedite action towards meeting the yearnings of citizens. President Bola Tinubu vows to work with Global Financial Action Task Force to combat illicit financial flow. And abroad, South American countries urge Venezuela to release full vote tallies. Good evening and welcome to Delta TV News at 8. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Blessing Usiagbada. As Nigerians embarked on nationwide hunger protests, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori has commended youths and stakeholders across the state for their peaceful conduct. Governor Oborevwori, in a statement by his Chief Press Secretary, Sir Festus Ahon, expressed delight on the peaceful manner Deltans conducted themselves across the state. He said the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1999 provided that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government and would continue to protect lives and property of the people. The governor assured that his administration would remain committed to the ideals of good governance anchored in its more agenda. Youth in the state have been commended for boycotting the planned protest against bad governance by the federal government in Nigeria under the All Progressive Congress APC, which has commenced across the nation. The Chief Executive Officer of the Delta State Orientation and Communications Bureau, Dr. Fred Latimo Oganesiwe, who made a commendation in a statement, said the maturity and patriotism displayed by a handful of them who came out and conducted themselves peacefully was also worthy of commendation. He noted inactions of the youths clearly revealed their collective vote of confidence on the youth-friendly governor, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, while assuring them of government-sustained partnership, as can be seen from the composition of members of the State Executive Council, where the youths were fully represented. Dr. Oganesiwe, who is also the Executive Assistant Communications to Governor Oborevwori, noted that the ruling party in the state, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, had to ensure that out of the 50 local government chairmen and vice chairmen, over 90% of them are youths duly elected, pointing to show the high premium placed on the younger generation by Governor Oborevwori in official commissioning of Dangote Refinery in 2023. The federal government no longer had moral or legal justification to import refined fuel with taxpayers' money, noting that the refinery had the capacity to refine and supply premium motor spirits, PMS, which is known as fuel, to the entire Africa continent. Dr. Oganesiwe disclosed that Governor Oborevwori was working round the clock to unveil job and wealth creation programs in the near future aimed at raising thousands of young entrepreneurs in the state in fulfillment of his electioneering campaign promises under the MORE agenda. Of Police, Mr. Olukayode Egbetukun has placed all police units on red alert following incidences of violence recorded in the ongoing protest. Mr. Egbetukun made the announcement at a media briefing yesterday in Abuja. He said the event in some major cities in the country on day one of the protest, that those who were in the forefront of promoting the idea of the protest were not around to lead it. Mr. Egbetukun said the destruction so far had been mind-boggling, adding that there were destruction in Kano, Borno, Yobe, Kaduna, Gombe, Bauchi, FCT, Niger, and Jigawa states. He said police stations had been destroyed, with attempts in some states to take over government houses and looting government infrastructures. Mr. Egbetukun called on groups hiding under the guise of exercising a right provided in the Constitution to destabilize the country to remember that the same Constitution imposed on them to obey the laws of the land. According to him, the police is equipped to respond appropriately to the unfolding situation and will get assistance from other security agencies, including the military, if the need arises. Mr. Egbetukun appealed to law-abiding citizens to remain calm and cooperate with the police and other security agencies. The Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, Mr. Christopher Musa, has promised that the Nigerian Army will take action if the ongoing protest escalates. Mr. Musa disclosed this while fielding questions from journalists as regards the level of violence recorded so far in the country. Reacting to the situation, Mr. Musa said the military was at alert and fully prepared to take action if the protest escalates. He highlighted the President Bola Tinubu's numerous initiatives that would turn the economy around for the benefit of all Nigerians. Quite a large number of persons took to the streets of Agbo in Ika South local government area, peacefully joining others across Nigeria in the nationwide protest against the economic hardship and bad governance. Maura Isokman reports.
Ports, exchanging goods and services, vehicular activities also going on along the road undisrupted. So the protest is not going on here as at the moment. There's no protest here because this is not the federal road. After here, I will move down to Agbobi Junction to show you what is going on there. So follow me along as I take you on the ride. Hear what our sister Iron Lady has been saying right from time immemorial, and that is what we are still clamoring for today.
The Rivers State Police Command has stated that it would not condone protesters blocking roads in the state as the protest enters day 2. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Mr. Olatunji Disu, who addressed the protesters today, commended the protesters for their peaceful coordination and deposition. Mr. Disu told the protesters the police would not allow them to block roads and cause panic in the state, urging the protesters to use sides of the roads in the process. Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has condemned and dismissed reports on a social media platform calling on Igbo people to vacate Lagos and southwest of Nigeria and brace up for a massive hashtag. Mr. Sanwo-Olu made a remark in a statement through his special advisor on media and publicity, Mr. Boyega Akisile. The statement says the Lagos state government wishes to distance itself. The Nigeria Interreligious Council, headed by the Sultan of Sokoto and President of the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Alhaji Muhammad Saidu Abubakar III, and the President of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Archbishop Daniel Oko, have called for an immediate end to the ongoing hashtag End Bad Governance protest across the country. They made the call in a statement which was jointly signed by the Executive Secretary of NIREC, Professor Cornelius Omonokwa. The NIREC said they had observed with heavy heart the happenings in the country at that it would only aggravate the already. The Kano State Governor, Abba Yusuf, has declared a 24-hour curfew in the state with immediate effect, following the unrest arising from the End Bad Governance protest in the state. The governor, who announced this while addressing newsmen at the Kano State Government House, said the action became imperative to ensure full protection of lives and properties in the state, as hoodlums and thugs have hijacked the protest to embark on looting and indiscriminate killing of innocent citizens. Governor Yusuf said all security agencies were directed to ensure full and immediate compliance. Recall that the protest, which started peacefully, later turned violent as hoodlums and thugs hijacked the protests. Independent Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has directed its members to shun the ongoing nationwide protest. In a statement jointly signed by IPMAN's National President and National Secretary, Alhaji Abubakar Shetima and James Telumon in Abuja. The statement urged members to stay calm and concentrate on their business as the President Bola Tinubu-led administration was actively working towards the nation's full economic recovery. It also called on Nigerians to embrace dialogue, constructive and property, all in the name of protest. The association enjoined members not to be led into any avoidable chaos by what he described as faceless individuals who do not have the ultimate good of Nigeria at heart. You're watching Delta TV News at 8. Still to come, President Bola Tinubu vows to work with Global Financial Action Task Force to combat illicit financial flows. And abroad, South American countries urge Venezuela to release full vote tallies.